Okay, here we go. What makes these platitudes so hurtful is that they're usually delivered by caring people with the best intentions. Ironically, some of these little beauties actually may be true, but I think that the biggest problem with them is that their timing is all wrong. Greg Harvey, PhD. Grieving for Dummies identifies the top 10 consoling cliches. These are the wrong things to say at a time when people really need to be heard, not told. Grievers don't need us to see through them with X-ray best friend vision. They just need us to see them through a difficult experience. People aren't crazy to feel what they feel. We will lose loved ones one day. Other times we will be looked to for support by families that lose loved ones. Meetings are places where we encounter people who are suffering losses. Here are the 10 cliches to bite our tongue on. 1, I know how you feel. 2, you're never given anything that you can't deal with. 3, time heals all wounds. 4, don't dwell on it. 5, don't feel bad. 6, it's time for you to move on. 7, it's probably for the best. 8, it's in the natural order of things. 9, he lived a good life. And 10, be grateful you had him with you for so long. Meditating on empathy prepares us to be compassionate. I don't know what to say, but I can listen. It's sometimes enough from us. Maybe we have our own experiences to draw on in terms of what comforted or annoyed us during a loss. There are great books on grief and grieving that will help prepare us for our inevitable sorrow, as well as make us better friends. If I don't know what to say, do I know it's okay to say, I don't know what to say? Can I ask my friend what they want and need instead of thinking I am expected to know? I don't have to be an expert to be a good friend. If I am not great with words, what else can I do? Can I make a meal or do some chores? I think I have done and said every single one of those at one point in my life. And I've had a few said to me when my dad committed suicide and I lost my child. So, yeah, people don't know what you're going through. Everyone's different. There's no zebra with the same stripes. So yeah, I like that. I don't have to be expected to know what to say. A meal really helps, right? Or you can wash somebody's clothes and just let them have their time for grief. It's hard when you see really strong people suffering, because they are not, they're human, right? That they hurt, and you can't really do very much except hold their hand and tell them that you love them. That's it. That's all you can do. And even that just doesn't help. So sometimes it's just sitting with someone and being okay with them not being okay, right? It's hard. I don't know why I'm crying. It's hard when you see people that you love going through horrible things. And in their minds, it doesn't get better. So I just think of people that in life that I wish I hadn't said some of these things to, you know? You look at it and you think, oh gosh, if you could only go back in time and make it a different choice. And now I think it's hard to put yourself in the I can't fix it mode, right? Everything here is, and now is always so fixable. You know, you get a broken phone, or you can't organize right, or you want something cleaned up, you go to the car wash if your car's a mess. There's just so many things that you fix instantly. But when it comes to someone's mental health, that's not something you can fix. And they go through a series of ups and downs, and we're all so fragile. Our brains are all so fragile. And it's eating well and exercise and being with people that you love and who love you. And there's just so much, right? There's so much that helps you kind of come back to who you could be. But it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of patience and people around you to have that patience and kindness and compassion, and see your brokenness as not a failure, but as, you know, as part of just another wave of life. It's a wave. It will come swishing through. Maybe it'll take you out a little, maybe a little more than what you wanted. But the wave, you know, just like with the wave, it does come back and it pulls you back in. And so eventually you will come back. And sometimes you don't. And that's when someone comes out and kind of gives you a little rescue pull, pulls you back in, right? And then you kind of get a chance to rest. And whatever that is, whether it be medication, whether it be a soft place to land with someone who loves you and will say, you know, you can crash on my couch for however long you need to crash. It's fine. You don't have to pay rent. Just get yourself better. There are some wonderful people out there that do that. And they don't expect anything. They're not expecting anything. Nothing. No strings attached. There are some people out there. I know there are. So, yeah. That's a big one, right? That's hard. It's hard. It's a struggle, especially when you have a brain and no one can see it, and it's suffering from some brokenness. That was good. I think it was really good. Yes. It's funny because I don't think there are a lot of case studies on cult survivors. And I don't think there's case studies on cult survivors who commit suicide, right? In fact, I think that there is, I don't know. It's on Facebook. There are people that are looking for individuals that know of people who have committed suicide. And let's face it, I mean, there have been a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses that have committed suicide, but there's no studies, right? Because our brains are just so cluttered. And yeah. So for people who have committed suicide, and for people who have grieved and are grieving these people inside a cult that just doesn't let you have that opportunity to cry and grieve. No, you can't grieve like the world does. You can't have depression. You can't have a broken brain. God, you know the true God. Yeah, no. I think we would be a very interesting group to study. That's for sure. We are so... there's a lot. I think cults that do what they do, people will come out eventually, and they get tired of the whole only one way of thinking, and the world around them sees the brokenness of it all, because it's not just Jehovah's Witnesses, right? It's different other groups like Scientologists. Whoa, yep, I said it. Hopefully I don't get killed. They kill people. They do weirder stuff. They even do weirder stuff. Ugh. I mean, it's all bad. It's all bad. It's just society is used to a certain look, and they want to look a certain way, and power and everything is just so crazy. Well, a lot to think about, right? A lot to think about. And I hope if you're suffering, I wish I was there to make you something to eat. And I help you water the plants, take out the dog. Yeah, well, I'm sending my love for all those that are hurting. I'm sending my love and a big hug. Big hug over the satellites. I hope this helps you on your healing journey. Follow your bliss.